It's Billie's Vlogs. Hey guys, so I'm going up to my grandmother now. It's 10:15 and I'll be there for 10:30. Well, I'll be there like 25 past, 20 past, depending on how fast that cycle. So I'll see you later. Bye. Guys, sorry, I'm so sorry that I didn't get to vlog a lot today. So I'm just home now. Well, actually, I'm home about an hour. Yeah, I'm just home about an hour, so it's 25 to 9. And I had a lovely day with my grandmother today. And I had a lovely dinner today. I had spaghetti bolognese. I'm currently watching Emmerdale. Don't know what's going on. Aaron's getting arrested. Oh no. I got a balls in this fucking really. Of course it's over. Anyways, Aaron got arrested, so I don't know what that's all about. Can't wait for it tomorrow. No, I don't really watch Emmerdale that much. But when it's on, I'll watch it in the house if it's on the TV. I mean, like, not if it's on, I put it on. If it's, like, on the channel, I'll watch it. So, about yesterday, I'm so sorry about my big rant. I don't know what to talk about tonight, because I've not really to talk about. So, if I come up with something, I might chat to you for a while, because I haven't vlogged much at all today, so that's what I'll do. I'll come up with something in my head about what I want to talk about, and then we'll talk about it. So I found something to talk about. So if you guys didn't already know, I do smoke, unfortunately. But I thought while I was having me little fag, I'd have a little talk about last night. I watched a movie called The Theory of Everything. And it's based on a true story. I'm just going to pause you, Paul O'Grady. I'm going to pause you, Paul O'Grady. For the love of dogs. Anyways, I watched a movie called The Theory of Everything last night about it's about Stephen Hawking, which is a guy. He has ALS, which is I don't know the medical term for it, but basically it's when all your muscles shut down and your voice kind of goes and your swallow goes and everything like that. So all your muscles in your body goes. You can't walk, you can't talk, you know, everything just goes. So I watched that movie last night with Mum, and it's so amazing to think that somebody with such a disease could accomplish so much. This guy, Stephen Hawking, who is still alive today, he is 75 years old. Just a year younger than my granny. She's 75, but she's 76 coming this year. But he amazed me by how, I don't know, he's a genius. He's a professor. And he created theories for the world. Like, he did a theory where there was a beginning of time, and he showed that the theory I can't even talk. He showed the theory through mathematics, and then years later, as he got worsened by his disease, he proved that he was wrong. So, you know, for somebody at the age of 21, I think, and I don't know, I don't have my story straight, I just did this up in my head because when I watched the movie, the professor that taught him said that he met him in 63, which would have made him 21. So I think at 21 he went to Cambridge University in England, in the UK, and he started suffering with ALS at such a young age. And of course back then in the 40s when he was born, but in the 60s when he had found out like that he had ALS, I don't know, maybe I might be wrong, but back then I don't think a lot of people would have had that disease, you know, percentage wise. Like now people know what it is, and people did the ice bucket challenge for the ALS, and that's what ALS is. It's a muscular thing. All your muscles go in your body, and your voice goes and your swallow goes, as I said already. But at such a young age, and he went to the doctors and into the hospital because he fell, and you could see his ankle twisted in and his hands started getting all crunched up, and he couldn't move his hands as much as he used to. I'd say, I'm not saying this is true, or I might be wrong. I probably am wrong. I'd say he was at least 23 or 24 when he was diagnosed, and he went to the hospital after he had fell. He was told that he would only have 2 years to live. And with that, he went back to his college, into his dorm, and shut himself off, but still continued his studies. I don't know how long he was there. In the movie, it's like 5 minutes, but like in real life, that could have been months, it could be weeks, it could have been days, it could have been hours, it could have been minutes. But his friend came into him and he explained to his friend what disease that he had, and his friend obviously did not know what type of disease it was because it was rare, I suppose, back then. You know, not a lot of people would have had ALS. But eventually his body shut down, and you know, he has a built-in, I don't know what you'd call it, maybe a tube or a pipe through his throat to, I think, to help him breathe or to help him swallow or eat. I'm not 100%. It didn't show him eating after he had taken, I think he'd take a seizure. Anyways, he found out that he had pneumonia, so the wife told the doctor in France to take out his voice box, as that was the only way he was going to live. But the moral of the story, the reason why I spoke about this, his famous quote, now I might be wrong, is, one second, I'm trying to think now, something, life, as long as there's life, there's I can't really remember, but he has a famous quote, as long as there's life, there's, I don't know the word, I'll get it after a while, but the moral of the story was that a man had ALS, he couldn't work his muscles, he couldn't fend for himself, still wrote a book, he couldn't write, he had a little clicker that he was clicking to type out this book on a little computer screen that he had, and like he wrote a book like that, you know, and people are just so, like I complain a lot, oh I'm tired, oh I'm hungry, oh I'm fed up, or oh I'm not able to move, or I'm sick, you know, everybody complains. But when you see somebody like that with, you know, a disease, they can't even move by themselves, I can only click a button. Like, why do we have to complain about the smallest little minor things that's wrong with us? You know, like I'm not saying I'm rich, I'm not saying I'm poor. I have the life. You know, I have working muscles, I have working eyes, I have a working nose, I have working ears, I have a working mouth. I can speak, I can hear, I can walk, I can eat, I can fend for myself, I can go out and work, I can sing, I can dance, I can whistle. These are little things that not everybody has, or not everybody can do them. Why do we complain? I don't really understand. I suppose some people grow up with it, people complaining all the time. So I suppose if that's what you're used to hearing, that's all you're going to continue. But I always find that when people complain, is it for attention? I think it's for attention. Because maybe they go all day and they haven't complained once, and then, like, I don't know if I complained. Oh, I think I did. I came home and I was like, I've never been this tired ever. And then I thought of that guy that couldn't fend for himself, Stephen Hawkins, and I was like, I can go to sleep. I can go up to bed if I want to go to bed. If he's tired, he might be sitting there and he's like, he can't go to bed without having to obviously ask someone to bring him to bed. I don't know a lot about him. Like, he probably can go to bed when he wants, but like, somebody that can't fend for themselves, obviously they can't do everything that they want to do. Even though he probably has accomplished a lot and has did a lot, but he's an inspiration. Such an inspiration for a man. Like, he does, I don't know, he's just amazing. That's why I wanted to talk about this, because like, it hits home sometimes, because my grandmother can't really fend for herself. Like, she can eat, she can eat, she can sleep, obviously she can sleep, but she has to get someone to put her into bed. And the same with her food. She has to get somebody to make the food for her. But that's minor. Like, she can eat it herself. You don't have to feed her. And, she has to be put in the toilet if she has to go to the toilet. I know this might be a bit rude when saying this, but if she has to go to the toilet, you have to bring her. And the same with the bed. If she wants to go into bed, you have to put her into bed. So, it's not that I feel sorry for people that can't fend for themselves. The reason why I feel sorry for them, or I do feel sorry for people that can't fend for themselves, but I don't feel sorry for them because I do feel sorry for them because they can't do it for themselves. But the most thing I feel sorry about them more is that their independence is gone. Like, you could go to the toilet yourself. You can bring yourself to the toilet, obviously, and do your business. Or you can go to the bed yourself and sleep. Or you can make your own food and eat it and not have to depend on people. But somebody that can't fend for themselves has to depend on someone. And that has to be hard for them, because like, their independence has totally gone. So you're invading their privacy no matter what way you look at it. If you have to bring them to the toilet, if you have to change their clothes for them, you are invading their privacy. So when you think about it, look at it in that way, that their independence has gone totally and you're invading their privacy. They're allowing you to, but in a way, it's hard. It's hard for them. So I think I'm going to finish up with this, because this is a good long other rant. But again, guys, the moral of the story was Stephen Hawkins. He is a role model, an inspiration, just amazing. And if you want, just research him really quickly and you'll see all the things that he has did so far. And if you want, go see the movie. It's on Netflix. It's called The Theory of Everything. Excuse me. Oh my god, I just burped. The Theory of Everything on Netflix. I'd say you probably could get it somewhere else, but I know for a fact it's on Netflix because we watched it last night on Netflix. But that movie, amazing. It's not really an awful tearjerker. It's more like you'd look at it and you come to realizations, basically, that why would you want to complain when you've nothing to complain about? So for tomorrow, I'm going to try not to complain for the whole day. And if I say I haven't complained once yet today, then I've complained, because I'm complaining about not complaining. If you get me. Even though I'm not complaining about it, but I will be. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Make sure to like and subscribe to my channel, because don't forget, I love you guys. And leave a comment as well if you want to. And that's it. Bye guys.